Hey there. This is kind of weird because I wasn't planning on doing this video, but I was feeling like someone needed a reading. And I don't know who this is for or why I felt compelled, intuitively led, motivated, inspired to do a reading for someone who needs to hear some encouragement. Now, this could be all of us, or it could be one person specifically. But what I want to do is trust that I'm being told to do something. I feel like Spirit, God, the universe is telling me to, I don't know, maybe be a channel for some messages. So I'm just going to trust that, and I'm going to go ahead and do this reading. I don't know, honestly, how it's going to turn out, but I'm following the guidance, right? I'm following, I guess, the path that's being shown to me. All right, let's go ahead and start here. Now, what I'm picking up is there's some type of relationship thing here. And of course, this isn't going to be only money focused. This is just going to be whatever comes through. And I am picking up that there's a relationship that somebody needs to hear some encouragement about. Now, one thing is I do feel like there could be a romantic element to this relationship, only because I've got the Two of Cups and the Lover's card in the upright positions. And those usually mean divine connection, divine, sometimes soulmate, twin flame, psychic connection with someone. And I'm feeling like this is something very powerful, but something has been questioned because there's been some movement. And when I say movement, I mean like something geographical, or something where someone either has to move away or someone has to go to a different location, because that's what this Queen of Wands is. And the other thing I'm picking up too with this Six of Wands is that there was a lot of, I guess I'll just say, jealousy. Somebody was getting a lot of attention and someone was very jealous in this relationship. And the funny thing is like this relationship was like the dream connection, the dream relationship for somebody. And it was just like a wish come true. But for some reason, either they were very insecure or not confident, or maybe they just are not used to getting what they want. Some insecurities kind of messed up the situation here. And this talks about a lot of arguing, a lot of back and forth, a lot of mixed messages, miscommunication. I also feel like some regretful words were said. All right, like somebody said something mean, somebody said something nasty. I should also say that this reading is not sign specific. All right, so clearly I am feeling like this is a relationship thing for somebody. And I don't really do relationship readings, but I'm trusting the messages that come through. All right, so we've got the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups means somebody walked away. And that changed their whole future plans, because somebody, it's like as a couple, as partners, a lot of plans were made for the future. And it looks like those have been put on hold, or those have been put on pause, or just stopped. But I'm also feeling like this is something that needs to happen. Why? Because we've got that High Priestess. Oh, and we've got that King of Cups. Okay, so here's where the encouragement comes in, right? Because we can clearly see there was a relationship issue. But this is something that had to happen. I'm picking up there was a psychic connection, maybe even a karmic connection that had to happen, or maybe something karmically needed to be fulfilled, because this is part of a spiritual cleansing, this relationship. This is also something that you needed to learn, something that you needed to be more aware about, also something that you needed to really kind of go through the process so you can figure out exactly what it is that you want and get clarity on the direction you want your life to go. But this is definitely a karmic relationship here. All right, so we have the Strength card in the reverse and also the King of Cups. That's an emotional intelligence card. So there's a lot of growth that happens as a result of this relationship. A lot of growth, a lot of expansion, a lot of wisdom and intelligence that comes as a result of this relationship. Now, it has taken a physical toll on you because this Strength card is in the reverse. So that means there could have been some sleepless nights. There could have been some maybe feeling anxious, maybe worried, maybe so upset that you can't eat, or maybe you just feel even depressed, even disconnected, maybe even just feeling a little lost. So you've made some decisions. That's what we've got here with this Two of Cups. Then we've got that King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands shows that this person does come back in some way, shape, or form. All right? Remember, the King of Wands means somebody is watching you. Somebody is still connected to you. Someone is still thinking about you. And this is really interesting because I did not expect this reading to go the way it's going. But again, I feel like somebody is needing to hear this. Now, the Hierophant talks about solidifying relationships. So, sorry, something just fell over. But the Hierophant talks about relationships being solidified. So I guess what someone needs to be encouraged about is the capacity of what this relationship holds and what you are going through. Because I know how emotionally heavy relationships can be. And I know just from experience, when relationships don't work out, they are devastating to people. And I think there's somebody who could be contemplating some things and they really need to hear that this is not the end. And there will be some type of a reconciliation. Now, as that reconciliation comes about, it doesn't guarantee, oh, you're going to be back together happy ever after, although it could. But what I am seeing here is that there is some growth and progression that happens that you kind of reevaluate whether or not you want to be in this relationship moving forward. Sometimes, and I know because I've been here in many relationships in my life, I feel like, oh my gosh, I can't live without this person. And then as time goes on and I learn and I grow and I have more experiences, I realize there was something within that relationship that I needed to learn. And then I start to either disconnect or cut the cord, as we like to talk about as it relates to spirituality. And then you see that whole involvement, the connection, the relationship was not wasted, but there were certain things you needed to experience in order to grow, in order to be better. So there's definitely some healing that comes along. But like I said, that Hierophant says there is a reconciliation, a rejoining, a coming together of some sort. And remember, that was the first card we got. So there's definitely love there. There's definitely deep, passionate, energetic ties that cannot easily be broken. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Oh, all right, so we got the Magician. Now, the Magician is probably the best card to get in a reading like this, because remember, this is just a channeled reading. Now, the Magician card talks about having everything you need in order to create the results you desire. It's just a matter of how you're going to apply it, how you're going to use it. What are you going to do with the knowledge, the information that you have before you? And if you want this relationship to work, if you want this connection to continue, you have everything within you to make that a reality. Now, there is going to require some growth, maybe some changes, maybe some self-awareness, maybe more education, and maybe some... I'm feeling like there's something that you need to do within yourself, and that's going to unlock so many things as it relates to this relationship for you. It's a very powerful pivot, I guess would be the best way to say it. There's definitely some things happening as it relates to your own spiritual growth, your own inner work, and you really just making these huge shifts in your own life. So understand that you're moving through this in the way that you need to move through it. And sometimes you have to run through the whole gamut of feelings in order to really understand what it is that you need to take away from this. You know, sometimes we have to feel the highs, the lows, the in-betweens. We have to feel everything so we know that this is the purpose of this relationship, or this is the reason why I'm here at this time, or this is why this person matters to me so much in this moment. All right, so when all is said and done, looks like you have some rockiness, you know, as every relationship does. But because you start to change and you start to make better decisions and you start to really understand the power that you have within, it not only makes you more magnetic with this person, but it creates a reconciliation between you two. And again, I'm not saying you guys are going to live happily ever after, although that could happen. But sometimes, I know in my own life too, when you reconcile with someone, it just means that you make peace with how things are. And if forgiveness needs to happen, you forgive, the other person forgives, and maybe you try again. Maybe you decide not to try again. But the thing is nothing is wasted. Everything is a growth experience for you. And it looks like it sets you up for success, either in continuing this relationship or blossoming and moving into a new relationship. All right, so again, I don't know who needs to hear this, or maybe somebody just needed to be encouraged, or maybe someone is feeling very much at their lowest point as it relates to a certain or specific relationship. And I really hope that this reading helps, okay? I really hope that this encourages you and this really gives you a little bit of clarity and maybe something to think about and to reconsider as you make decisions in relation to what's going on with you and this other person. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, and I want to thank you so much. And let me know if you like these kinds of readings, and I will continue to do more. All right, thanks for watching.